Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Chuck Creekmur, CEO of allhiphop.com, and I'm also a long-term, long-running, lifelong comic book fan. I just moderated a panel with DMC, Riggs Morales, Eduardo, Q Unique, Kwame, as well as my homeboy, Young Guru. Comic books definitely came before hip-hop, for me personally. But a lot of people don't realize that the reason why I started all hip-hop was a culmination of all my talents. I was a young artist, I was into comic books, but I also fell in love with hip-hop. So I put all those together, and it allowed me to kind of put my artistic talents into the website and really, make it happen the way it happened. I could have gone one of two different ways. I could have either been a comic book artist, or I could have been a rapper, or some form of, something in hip-hop. So I went the hip-hop route. And for a long time, I did both. And ultimately, I had to pick a career. And when it came to being a career, I picked journalist. But the way I did journalism was a combination of comics, hip hop, culture, and music, and art. First of all, I just want to say that, DMC is definitely, I don't have a lot of heroes in music. But if I was to name, one of my heroes, I would say yes, DMC is one of them. And definitely one of my top 5 rappers of all time. As far as the venture in the comic book, I think it's awesome. First of all, it's like a 360 culmination of everything that he is, right? But it's also for us, myself, something that we can all relate to too, because I used to draw comic books, and I was also into hip hop. So to see him fulfill that dream is dope. The comic itself, I have to still read it, but I have like 1,000% faith that it's going to be a really great book. And I know that from what I've already read that it's good for both kids and adults. And that's really important for me as a father, that I can give my daughter something that's not too racy, but also allows her to, become, sort of indoctrinated into this world that's really so rich, allows kids to have an imagination, keeps them, reading as well, and visually stimulates them too. So I love what DMC's doing. He's absolutely, A+ with that.
So we were talking about geeks and hip hop geeks and all this stuff. So I want you to tell me some of the who are some of the biggest geeks in hip hop.
Okay. Some of the biggest geeks in hip hop. Wow. Well, my man, I'm gonna definitely shout out Just Blaze, because Just Blaze is, woo. He's on a whole nother level, man. He's got stuff, collectibles that you wouldn't even believe. My man Kwame gets it too, because he goes all the way back with it since his first album. I'm gonna say DMC, obviously, because DMC was represented on Wax when he said he could draw, and he was giving us all the imagery. And then on the low, there's a lot of cats like, say, Jean Grey, Pharoah Monch. There's members of the Wu-Tang Clan who've always had like these subliminal images, like, say, I'm not gonna say Meth is a geek per se, but he used to call himself Johnny Blaze, which is like, you have to be in the comics to know that reference, it really goes on and on, man. And I think that the panel was so dope because, it really allowed people like myself or DMC or Riggs to it's cool now, and a lot of people don't, back then, you had to segment your friends, you had your comic friends who didn't know your hip hop friends, and then to find that they were probably all one and the same is really dope.
So on sugarcane.com, we're heavily into BMX culture as well. Have you ever owned a BMX bike, ever raced, did freestyle, anything like that?
That's a good question. The answer is twofold, yes and no. The first answer is, I tried as a young man to do all those tricks. I had the BMX bike, the Huffy. I had the little Huffy with the red tires. When you skidded out, you left a little red streak. So that was cool and everything. But fast track to like the last few years, I forget the name of the company, but they made me a customized all hip hop BMX bike. I didn't do too much on that. However, when I did, I usually got called out for being too big to be on such a bike. So I had to like almost cut somebody out one time when he was trying to clown me. I didn't think it was too funny. But yeah, my new all hip hop bike has spinners on it. It's a little weird, but I was proud of it when I got it. All Hip Hop just relaunched the website, so we have a brand new functional website. Yeah, we relaunched again, but it's a whole overhaul as opposed to like a new skin. So we have a lot more functionality, sharing. It also gives us the opportunity to lighten up a little. You know, we grew up in the old 90s era where you were like, you know, so angry and yeah, hardcore. And you know, the younger generation is a little more lighter now and a little more, you know, not so militant, for lack of a better word. So we're gonna address those changes and still keep it 100 with the community, with the culture. We're gonna have a nice blog section. We do already, and we're gonna really like address some issues like Ferguson and police brutality. You know, we've attacked that. And this is a huge weekend for us because we have 3 things going on. A3C, we got Ferguson, there's a concert tonight with Talib and Dead Prez, and we're here at Comic-Con too. So we're all over the place right now. So we're really trying to bring the culture back to hip hop online. You know, it's already a culture, but we really want to be one of those websites that's a hub for it. Yo, what up, everybody? This is Chuck Creekmur, CEO of allhiphop.com, and I'm here with sugarcane.com, right here at Comic-Con with all my geeks and all my nerds. OG, original geek. Back to you, Billy.